Okay. Now you can see what we arrive on.
Okay.
You see, this is our H1. This is our paragraph and our other list,
Mm.
right?
Yes.
Now, what again should we work on? What again do you think we should work on?
On ordered list, right?
That one you can on your own. You can now. I would just want to in our first this thing. I just want us to understand how these things are working,
Okay.
so that on your own you can now know what to based on your assignment on HTML. You can now style it. You
Okay.
get.
Yeah.
Now let me go back to the studio code. So let me do something. I will do something about there's something called div. Let me introduce you to something called div. Hmm? Inside div is like a boss on its own inside a body. It's a boss like a boss. Hmm?
Okay.
So inside that boss now, let's say since you mentioned other list, let's open other list. Then we'll say list. Uh, what should we? Let me do something. H2. Uh, inside this div, let's say clothing, clothing, uh, our clothing.
Clothing material. Oh.
hmm Now, so which of them should we mention? Let's list some clothing materials.
Mm.
So let's
Cashmere.
hmm, did I get it?
Yeah.
Each other one.
Mm.
Uh,
John Soko. Okay. Vintage. Okay.
mhm. Let's just do this thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Then let's say this. Let me just do another thing so that let me do paragraph and say this is inside a div. This is a div container.
Okay.
Now let me introduce you to another one. This is inside a span. Now see how we do that span. Span is different from. I'll now come here and say span. Do you understand what I did?
Mm.
Hmm? I just introduced div for
Mm.
you,
Mm.
and I introduced span for you.
Mm. Okay.
So and div like a container. Are you getting me?
He said what? He said div is like a
Div,
container. Mm.
div is like a container. Let's say
No.
in the, let's say like we did a table. You know, table is inside the body now,
Yeah. Mm.
and a table have border.
Mm.
This one is a div. A div is like a particular section you want to work on
Mm.
in your body of your page or website.
Okay.
So that is it. So I will save it. Then let's check. Let's check it how it will appear. This is this how it appears. This,
Okay.
you remember that clothing material is inside a div, and it's also, you can see the what we listed, the clothing material we listed.
What is the div here?
Wait, now you will see it. You will see that from here to here, this clothing, mm,
Mm. Mm.
from this clothing material down here is inside, is just like inside a container of its own. Do you get? Hmm?
As in, it's another section of his own.
Yeah, no, you just don't just worry. You understand what I'm.
Okay.
Mm. Okay, now we are done with our HTML on here. So let's do our CSS.
Okay.
Remember that this is our part one HTML, right?
Yeah.
And we are done with our HTML coding, right?
Mm.
Now let's go and do the CSS. Let's tie these things. Let us style them.
That's another thing. How do you tie it?
Let's tie it. That's what we are doing now. Now you remember all these things. Inside
Yeah.
body, remember we have H1.
H1 inside body. Yeah. Mm.
You know that we have body.
Mm.
We have H1.
Mm.
We
Which is
have paragraph,
yes.
and we have our orderly list,
Mm. And we have dive.
and we have that dive that
Mm.
in which, and also have H2,
Mm.
and we also have on orderly list. I
Mm.
also have other paragraph.
Okay. Mm.
Now we have span.
Mm.
Uh-huh. So let's work on them. Let's work on the styling.
So how do you tie them now?
Now, how to style them? We
Tie,
already.
tie. You said you want to tie them before styling.
I want to style what we have coded in our HTML.
Okay,
That's
okay,
what
okay,
we'll be doing in CSS.
I
mm,
want to style as in put style, whether
okay,
color or
okay,
make it
okay,
anyhow. You understand?
okay, no problem.
Hmm. So now let me style them. Style one of it. Now I want to style. First of all, I want to style H1. When you are styling H1, you first of all type the one that you want to style
Mm,
H1, and you open your curly brackets. You see the bracket that I open. You
yeah,
see the curly bracket I open.
yes. Mm,
Then you say color. Then you give it a color. Let's say color blue.
okay.
Are you getting it?
Mm,
Hmm. Now this CSS, now we have given H1 to be anything that is H1 to be color blue,
blue, yeah. Mm, mm,
and anything to that is H2. What color should we give anything that is H2 in our in our HTML? Which color should we give it?
white.
White. You will
Okay,
not
white
see
is
Do,
it.
enough.
You will not
Mm,
see
do
it.
we
just
have
red. Use red.
Red.
Mm,
Then use red. No worry. I get no.
okay.
Okay. Mm. Okay. So let's link our. We need to link this CSS
Mm,
to our HTML so that it will
okay.
work. Hmm?
Okay.
So, do you know where we can link it?
No.
We will now come to our head
Okay.
after title. We'll use the tag name link.
Okay.
Hmm?
Mm,
Link style sheet. We call it style sheet. You have to, because you want to now style it. Okay. You link what relationship, which relationship are you relating? You can see this REL.
mm,
You now say style sheet. You want to, the relation is the style something that you want, because CSS is a style sheet.
mm.
Hmm. Then the href is what are you referencing? You will now name what is the name of our CSS. Part one.
He, part one. Mm,
Part one dot CSS, right?
mm, mm.
Hmm. Did you see it? Did you see how I link our CSS to
To
HTML?
HTML, yeah. Mm.
You understand it right now, right?
Yes, I did.
You will not save. Let's go and check what we did
On HTML.
on HTML. Thank you.
The color didn't change. Okay, it changed now. Blue and red.
You can see
Yeah.
anything that is H1 and H2. You can see that the color have changed.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. So, um, what again do you want us to work on?
Okay.
Font.
Font.
Hmm?
The font.
Font.
Maybe.
The font.
Mm.
Okay. Let's go back to our window, our drawing board. Now go to CSS. I'll come to this H1
Okay.
because I'm still working on H1. I will not go and open another H1. And I will say font.
Mm.
Hmm?
Okay.
And the font, it will be font family. Which font family do you want us to use? Let's use italic, where you can notice it.
Mm.
I will save. Hmm?
Yes. But is it
Mhm.
only that as in the headings that will change for the HTML? The this thing, the listing won't change with it. It's just the heading.
If you want to do list, you come here like in it another one. You do li
Okay.
color.
Okay. Okay.
Then I was let's say aqua. Hmm?
Mm.
And let's add font family. Uh, array. Hmm?
Po- Mm.
Will save. Remember, we have already linked our CSS to HTML, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
So we
So
just say we go to
we'll just go,
HTML
yes,
and,
go to our and refresh.
and refresh the dashboard. Yeah. I can't see your this thing again. Okay. Your mic is mute. I can't hear you.
Okay. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you.
You can see changes. Our H1, the font size have changed.
Mm.
Our list, the color have changed.
Mm.
And even the font size that we give the list have changed, right?
Mm.
Same goes to this side.
The head too.
Yeah, yes, the other list, everything list have changed.
Mm.
So the H2, we have not worked on H2. Only the color. We only work on color on H2,
Mm.
right? Mhm.
Mm.
So, mm, so we'll now look into this. Now to look into this. Okay. Mm, let's say paragraph. This color is not fine on our list, right?
Yeah, it's not that bright.
So which color should we give it? I dey see tomato. I never used this tomato before. Tomato is different from color red.
Mm.
hmm So we can when you I'm giving assignment here now. There's something called RGB. RGB you can give colors. It numbers.
Mm.
mm?
Okay.
You Google it. Colors have some numbers.
Mm.
Mm?
Yes. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
seeing this thing now.
You said
Like it appears there.
yes. As it appears, you can see the numbers.
Mm.
In each color that I want, it will just keep changing in numbers. So I will go with this one. Then I will delete this one. I'll delete it. Then hmm okay. Well, what again should I do? Ahead the div. We have not worked on the div, right?
Yes.
Now on the div, I'll say div and I'll open it. Let me put the background. Let me say background. Background to be sky blue. Let me make it sky blue. And I want to give it a border. Remember, I said div is like a section, right?
Mm.
Let me give it a border. And give it a border color. I'll give it a border color. The color I'll give it, let me give it orange. Then I'll give it a border width. the width I want the border to be. And I will say 4 PS. Hmm?
Okay.
And I want to give the border a style. And I'll give it style, border style. And I'll give it, I can give it double style. As I can say double. You understand?
Yeah, I'm following.
Now remember, inside that div we have something called span, right?
Fine, yeah.
Now we'll go up and open span. You open this thing. Then I can give it a background of, let me give it a background of, which color will I give now? Let me say blue, brown. Let me use brown.
Okay.
Then I'll color I'm giving it the background of color of brown. And I want to color it with black. Let's say black. Do you understand all what I did here?
I'm following up.
Okay. Now you save your work and come to check our browser. Let's check our browser. Do you see the difference? The changes?
Yeah.
Now you can see our div. Remember, we give the div the border of double,
Mm.
and we give the color to be sky blue,
The background.
the, the background.
Mm.
I will give the border color to be orange. You can see the border color is orange. And the size of this border should be 4 PS. You understand?
Mm.
Hmm?
Size of the border.
There's width, the width of the border, width.
Mm. Mm.
You can see the width. You can get it right.
Mm.
Now you see span. Do you see span?
It's highlighted and
It's highlighted brown, and
brown.
the
Yeah.
color is black.
Mm. Yeah.
So you understand the difference between div and span.
Yes.
Hmm?
Yes.
Span is like when you are targeting a particular word in a sentence,
Sentence. Yeah.
whereby a border is like a div is like
A
you want to
container.
work on a particular section.
Mm.
You can also have another div.
Mm.
You understand?
Mm.
hmm So this is how it works. Hmm?
Yes.
Now, the last but not the least for today, so that I will not jump out your people with so much information. Let's go back to our drawing board. Now, I just want to work on body, on the body of the whole thing, right?
Body of the whole this thing.
Yes. Should we use a color to give the body a color, or should we give the body an image an image so that there will be an image on the body.
Images. Okay. Like we've been using color, so let's try. Let's use.
Image. Okay. Now I will use an image from Google. I I will now let's say background. Background. Eh? When you are using a link, it didn't download the it didn't download the image.
Mm.
And you want to use a link, you use URL.
Okay.
Inside this URL is where you will paste that link
You copy it.
that you copied. Yes.
Mm. Without downloading. Huh?
Yes. Let me look for which let me use for uh, upload. Uh, which image should we use? Which image do you think I can use?
You can use anything like the coat of arm or something so that it will be on the background. I don't know if that's okay.
Let me use ocean.
Okay. Mm.
Mm.
àwọn bàbá mo ní síjà ìlú olúwa lókè mo lè ní kó ti pa ní ojú kò kan ìbá mọ báyà lọ
Can you mute yourself,
àwọn bàbá yìí láàtọ
please? Can you mute yourself?
wọn
I'm trying to get a particular link. Okay. I'll come back here. Do you see how I pasted it?
You've copied the image.
I've copied the image and I pasted it. Can you see my screen now?
Yeah, I can see it.
You see how I pasted it?
Yes.
hmm Then I will go and refresh.
You save and refresh.
hmm Mm, like I didn't say. I'm coming on.
All right.
The image didn't show up. Let me look for another image that will show up. Okay. Do you see it?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. The image will not affect the this thing.
No, the image will not affect it. It will just be on the body.
Mm. Why
You can
the
ask.
why the div is on its own?
Yes, everything is just showing on its own. Now you can see that this place is now our welcome to bookstore is in the same color with in the same color.
Mm.
Let's make some changes and see if save.
Did you remove it?
I removed I removed it, but that it seems that that image is not this particular image is not coming up. It's not coming up from from the server. Let me do another one. Let me see. But you have seen what I have done so far, right?
Mm.
Yes, sir.
It's not coming up. That link, those links are not coming up. The link is not trying to help me here.
You mean the image you downloaded?
Yes, this is not trying to help me here. But if I use this one now, if I use this one now, it will, the link is active. If I use this now and check, once I check, you will see it will. You can see.
Mm.
So I believe that you all understand what we did today.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
So I would love us to go and practice it. Put your own image, background, your own body background image. Do your H1, style it, do something. I want us to do something meaningful so that while you are presenting, I will see what we are doing. At least with what we have done so far, it is a head up to design something meaningful to everyone. Abby,
Yes.
right?
Yes, you're right.
Yes, sir.
So please, Mr. Double, I'm looking up to you to show me your own by
Mm.
Thursday.
Yeah, yeah. Before then, I will try and do record the distance.
Okay.
Mm.
So Mr. Salau, Mr. Salau,
Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
you understand what we did, right?
Yes, 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 yes. I'm following, sir.
Uh-huh. And before we go, let me show you. If you want to comment something, let's say you don't want something to run on your CSS.
Mm.
Let me just come here now and say, let me come here and say CSS coding. Hmm? And I don't want it to run. I don't want this thing to run.
Mm.
I'll come and do backspace, uh, star
Mm.
asterisk and
Backspace.
front.
Mm.
Do you not see what I did?
Okay. Like I can apply this thing to, if I don't want this color to show now, I can come and do this backspace and asterisk.
I don't want this thing. I don't want this thing to disturb my coding. I just want to I want to comment or I want to make notes. But
Mm.
I want to this thing is our CSS coding.
Mm.
Well, I don't want it to show. This is it because there's nothing like CSS coding in our HTML.
Okay. Mm.
But we need to comment it. You understand?
Mm.
Maybe now I want to comment on this H1. I don't want H1 to run. I
Mm.
will do this.
Okay.
Come here where it stop. I will
Mm.
do again. You can see H1 will not run. Others will run. Let me show you. You can see that our H1 is no longer running. It's not normal as it's supposed to be. We didn't color it. The color is not running and the font is not there
Oh,
Mm.
yes, yes.
It has gone back
because
to normal.
I commented it out.
Mm.
Do you understand now?
Yes, yes.
hmm So
But it
this
doesn't
is
like it disappear.
no, it will not disappear. Just that those
Uh,
properties,
it
those
is
properties.
only in HTML. It's only in HTML that you can make it not to appear. So in
Yes,
CSS, just the properties you apply, the
Uh,
font, the color, and the all the designing.
okay.
so are we together?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I will stop here for today, and I want us to go and practice what we have learned so far. Please, we have come a long way to this level, and before we can forge ahead, please,
Yes,
I
sir.
want everybody to practice. before we forge ahead.
All right.
So you can see where we are getting to. We are now starting almost with this little information. Now we can develop a simple single or a simple website. You know that,
Yes.
and add image.
Hmm.
You do whatever we want to do, right?
Yes.
Mhm. So
One task.
so please
Okay.
let's get going. So is there any question? Any question?
No question for now.
All right. Thank you all for your time. I'll
Thank you.
see. Let's
Welcome.
let's let's meet on Thursday.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah. Good night.
Good night.
Welcome.